on, girl. Come on, girl. Give me some goddamn accountability in this book, girl. I need some accountability, girl. Where is it? Go find that shit. Hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com for these mixed shades in red and this Michelle red lip. Hey, listen, I'm talking to you. All purchases at uptopbeauty.com that total over $40 will come with a free gift. I said so, and I give good free gifts. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue talking about, baby, we are almost done now. Listen, the book club members, the paying book club members, you guys know what's next, okay? We got about 3 more videos to do. We're not going to upload anything. I think it's Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday, we will start the next book. Now, let's finish off this book right here, Jackson Family Values, by Margaret Maldonado. Not a Jackson. Okay, y'all, my bad. I came to record at the bad time. My bad, okay? Because they got leaf blowers all over the place. And if you hear the in the background, that's that. You know, I can't tell the mother hunter to go away. This ain't my property. But it is my favorite spot. Over the years, I had gained a lot of respect for Hazel and the way she raised her children. And I felt the same way about Dede, who was an outstanding mother. Dede and I saw each other infrequently after she was dropped by the family, but I knew she never really got over the loss of Tito. I wish now that I had had more time to talk with Dede, particularly in light of what happened on the morning of August 27th, 1990. And people always say to me, Nay, why, if somebody cheat on you, why you don't leave them? Because I don't want to. Hey, I'm not saying stay in your relationship and allow your husband to cheat. What I'm saying is, if you don't want to leave him, then don't. Don't care about what the people say, because it's not going to hurt him in the end. It's going to hurt you. And what she said was she never got over the loss of losing Tito. She didn't lose Tito. She left Tito. Before dawn, Dolores Dede Jackson, age 39, was found dead in the pool of her boyfriend Donald Bahana's house in Ladra Heights. The shock of Dede's death was compounded by the coroner's report, which indicated that her body had numerous cuts and bruises to her lips, tongue, ears, and head. A cut on her tongue. According to Deputy Medical Examiner David M. Posey, the cause of death was asphyxia due to or as a consequence of drowning, alcohol intake, and blunt force traumatic injuries. I showed up at Dede's funeral at the invitation of her son Taj. After everyone was seated, the Jacksons and their entourage made a grand entrance and walked to the front of the assembled crowd. The eulogy suggested she was a cherished member of the Jackson family. No mention was made of the fact that every one of the Jacksons, save Michael, had had nothing to do with her for the 6 years since she divorced Tito. In late August 1995, however, her sons filed a wrongful death suit asking unspecified damages. In the suit, it was charged that Bahana was enraged because she wouldn't bail him out of bankruptcy and that he spent 4 hours beating her before he held her head underwater, killing her. The suit was filed in the U.S. District Court just before the statute of limitations expired. Why would he think that Dede got money? Why would he think that Dede ain't even getting child support for her children from the... First of all, the Jacksons ain't got money. I believe it, okay? Because when bills be messed up, people go crazy. Dede's death made me cherish my relationship with Hazel all the more. I encouraged my children's friendship with her youngest son, who is their age. One evening when the kids were visiting Hazel and Jamie, I drove over to her house to pick them up. The iron gates at the front of the property were open. As I pulled my Range Rover, okay, hold on, pause. Although I do not respond to all the comments, I definitely read all the comments, right? And one of you had said, what the hell does this lady always got to mention the kind of car she driving? I agree. You claiming you broke, but you driving a Mercedes and a Range Rover. I'm lost about that, girl. And then on top of that, I'm like, I'm sure you wouldn't be excited to tell everybody, oh, I drove my Nissan Rogue. Not that I haven't been problem with Nissan Rogues. I love Nissans. That was my mother's favorite brand of car. But it's just like, you know, that if she was just driving something that was not a luxurious car, that she wouldn't be like, oh, I drove my Kia Sophia. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Okay, but anyway, I'll move forward. As I pulled my Range Rover up to the front door, Jermaine suddenly jumped out from behind another car and started to scream at me to get out of my car. I want my money, Margaret. Damn it, I want my money now. Knowing this was not the best time or place to have a discussion, I started to back my car down the driveway. As I continued to back up and Jermaine saw that he couldn't stop me, he threw himself onto the hood of my car as if I were in a Sylvester Stallone film. The scene was as pathetic as it was ridiculous. I would have been laughing at the sight of him hanging on like some inept stuntman if it weren't for the fact that he was wearing a huge silver belt buckle that was digging its way into the paint of my hood. I reached the bottom of the driveway and pulled into the street just as Jermaine began pounding on my windshield, screaming incoherently. The thought that he would kill me on the spot flashed through my mind. Knowing that I had to do something to get him off my hood, I floored the gas pedal and drove several feet up the block before suddenly slamming on the brakes. This maneuver always seemed to work in the movies. On that night, though, it was less than successful. I floored the gas pedal again in an effort to escape and drove like a maniac down the street, running through stop signs and red lights. I wanted to stop and call the police, but was afraid that Jermaine might be right behind me with his gun. When I neared a friend's home, I rushed inside to use the phone. The first call I made was to Hazel to confirm that Jeremy and Jordan were okay. To my horror, Leah DeBungo picked up the telephone. Leah DeBungo, the African queen, was in Hazel Gordy's house with my children. The instinct of a mother to protect her children is one of the strongest in the human psyche. Mine was raging. What do you want? She snapped into the receiver. Trying not to sound scared, I told her that I wanted my children. Well, you're not going to get them, bitch, came the reply. And with that, she slammed down the phone. My next call was to the police, who agreed to meet me at Hazel's house. I waited on the corner of her street until the police officers arrived. When I followed them up to the house, they told me I would have to wait in the police car while they questioned Jermaine. They searched me and asked about my right to custody of the children. I suddenly began to feel like a criminal. I was the injured party, yet to the police there are two sides to every story. Injured party? No, I think Jermaine got pretty fucked up hanging on to that hood, girl. So far, they had only heard one side. While I waited in the police car, they disappeared into Hazel's house. Hazel was inside with her 3 children, Jamie, Jermaine Jr., and Autumn. Jermaine was inside with my 2 kids, Jeremy and Jordan, along with the omnipresent Leah Bungo. An hour went by before anyone emerged. When the door finally opened, the kids were led out of the house by the police. Jeremy and Jordan were in tears. "Mommy, why did you try to kill Daddy?" Jordan asked, sobbing. I denied that accusation as gently as I could, but with little effort, my children were convinced that Jermaine had jumped on the hood to save himself as I stepped on the gas to run him down. See, it's all good with a thug until he starts thugging on you. You always got to remember, baby, eventually that behavior will come around to you. I denied that accusation as gently as I could, but with little effect. My children were convinced that Jermaine had jumped on the hood to save himself as I stepped on the gas to run him down. I mean, basically, baby, what do you think would happen if Jermaine jumped on the hood and you put your foot on the gas? There's a chance that you may kill that nigga. Peggy, I'm getting to the point where I'm seeing that you don't claim accountability at all in this book. Peggy, I love you, girl. I know you still alive. They say you thriving out here in the Hollywood world, girl, but you do not claim any accountability in this book. I write a book, I'm telling y'all, I know the effed up things that I've done in life to put myself in messed up situations. And I'm going to take accountability for them. But this lady right here, Peggy, girl, you almost killed that man. Wouldn't nobody get child support if he fell off your car and you accidentally ran him over. Girl, you made that situation a Sylvester Stallone movie. Now, yeah, he jumped on your hood. But at the same time, girl, why you don't carry yourself? Women, carry mace. Please, carry mace. If you know the ninja, if you know your baby father is crazy, girl, you need to always carry mace. Get off my car, crazy man. It was dark. I was tired, and my children thought their mother was one step below a murderer. I signed a report without checking it and went home. See? After putting Jeremy and Jordan to bed and warning them against the dangers of violent behavior, I noticed there was a message on my answering machine. Child, it was Autumn, Jermaine's teenage daughter, crying. "Why'd you try to kill my father, bitch?" When I thought about what had happened, I realized Jermaine's actions had less of an impact on me than what Autumn had said. She was so young and there was such hatred in her voice. I looked at the police report and began to understand why all the children were so upset. See? Why in the hell would you sign that paperwork acknowledging what he said? I told y'all when I was working, baby, they used to write me up. Them write-ups was so much, them shits became Christmas cards to me. Okay? Because I knew that it wasn't, most times when I got wrote up at work, it wasn't because of my work. It was because I probably told the supervisor to kiss my ass or something. No, you write the fucking warrant. He ain't do nothing wrong. Don't sign that your name. I would never put my name down to some shit I wouldn't agree. Now I would sign it. Okay? But it wouldn't be my name. Y'all know my name is always Donald Duck. Sure, I'll sign it, officer. Take that to the bank. Jermaine had told the police that he had wanted to talk with me, and I had responded by using my car as a lethal weapon. The entire concept was ridiculous. If I had wanted to hurt Jermaine, could anyone believe that I would choose to do it in front of my children? You attacked Leah Bongo when your kids are right in the next room, remember? You attacked Leah Bongo beat your ass, and then when you looked up from the ass beating, you seen your children right there? Come on, girl. Give me some goddamn accountability in this book, girl. I need some accountability, girl. Where is it? Go find that shit. To have to respond to such allegations was absurd. I never did respond because no charges were ever filed. Jermaine, however, was only beginning to fight. And before we were through the mud, he would sling would affect everyone in the entire family. With Michael's MO case settled out of court, the way was cleared for the Jackson Family Honors Show to be broadcast on NBC from the stage of the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas.
You're